Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm your instructor Joy. Let me first play a tune for you. This was an excerpt of Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto. I thought this passage was a perfect example to talk about left-hand technique called half shifting, or Galamian puts it as half shift technique. So this is one of the techniques that we use unknowingly a lot, but if you're a little more aware, we can actually apply this type of specific practicing even at a slower tempo and have it mastered a little more organized way. I hope you can try it yourself and benefit from it as well. Now let's talk about what is shifting and what is extension. Shifting is when you move your entire hand, including the thumb, up and down, and left hand as a one unit. It's as simple as that would be shifting up. That would be shifting down. So the difference between shifting and extension is the placement of the thumb. As left hand moves, when the thumb moves along, that's shifting. The extension is the other way around. You keep your thumb anchored. You extend just one or two fingers. If I move a fourth finger, I keep my thumb and then neutralize. Or first finger away, extending away from my hand. That's also equal extension, but keeping my thumb anchored. For example, I'm in the third position, extending fourth finger, but then neutralizing. Or if I can bring my first finger and so on, there would be first finger extension also. When it comes half shifting, that's mixed of both too, which can be very useful and can be used when you have passages as a fast run and often made of small steps, half steps. It can be chromatic like, or it doesn't have to be. But in this case, I am covering two positions, half position, the second position, which is half step here, but I have to go for half position to, it's not that small a distance. And I have two fingers out of the second position left hand frame, but this works very well because if I had to shift it every time, it's actually harder because whenever I shift, I'm risking my left hand intonation because whenever we move physically, it's a little unsettlement involved. So I keep rather my thumb anchored closer to the second position, have my first finger and second finger, two fingers extended out of the placement and bringing back to where my second position left thumb is placed. And then again, like this. Right? So that's what I did in the very beginning of this video. But I don't start like that right away. I first shift from half position to the second position properly, then keep my left thumb anchored in the second position, bringing one and two extension while keeping the thumb anchored and bringing back to the second position like that, which we call it half shifting. Simply because I have a pair. I played that second position for a long time. Here, I have to bring my hand to the second position. Now extending one and two. And then neutralizing that one. This kind of passage works well. Technically, it's easier to have more smooth run. And also musically, it's supposed to be all connected one line. It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be accented or interrupted, but rather we want big grandiose entrance. Because this is that's the important note that we want to have spoken. Now, there are similar passages like Paganini, Paganini 5. So I'm rather playing a little fast, but same idea, keeping our thumb in the first position, half position, the second position, half position, second position, and so on. This is great way of mastering half shifting on the left hand. So we're practicing anchor the thumb while having two fingers extended, which is very unusual. Normally, when we have two notes or more, we prefer to move our hand shifting properly. But when such passages are very fast and slurred and the distance are not that big, we can actually choose to use half shifting, and you will see it's left hand is much, much easier. Particularly to one more point to pay attention, when you practice slowly, make sure you do not move your left hand from half shifting to proper shifting. So when you practice slow tempo, which is very necessary at the early stage of learning, but we also have to remember we have to apply left and right hand technique that works for the performance tempo. So do practice slowly by keeping the thumb anchored and then just extending one and two. And so on. That way your slow practicing can be used in a fast performance tempo. I hope this video gave you an idea. This can be a very powerful left hand technique. One has to organize a thought, make sure when to move, when not to move, and which part of a left hand. But it can give you a lot of easiness when it comes to the left hand technique. I wish you all happy practicing. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.